Welcome to the Poetry Olympics 2022 Top 20. This is Heat 20. As we approach Remembrance Day, I'll make this a selection of work from some of the great war poets. The first is by Siegfried Sassoon, CBE MC, one of the 12 famous great war poets. It doesn't display the anti-war, anti-jingoistic sentiments of some of his other work, but I thought we'd start gently. This is called When I'm Alone by Siegfried Sassoon. I've listened, and all the sounds I heard were music, wind and stream and bird. With youth who sang from hill to hill, I've listened, my heart is hungry still. I've looked, the morning world was green, bright roofs and towers of town I've seen, and stars wheeling through wingless night. I've looked, and my soul yet longs for light. I've thought, but in my sense survives only the impulse of those lives that were my making. Hear me say, I've thought, and darkness hides my day. Number 2 is by Wilfred Owen, again an MC. He was a great friend and mentee of Siegfried Sassoon. He was killed in action on the 4th of November 1918, which was a week before the war's end. He was only 25. This is Dulce et decorum est, which is taken from the Latin Dulce et decorum est pro patria more, meaning it is sweet and proper to die for one's country. Bent double like old beggars under sacks, knock-kneed, coughing like hags, we cursed through sludge, till on the haunting flares we turned our backs, and towards our distant rest began to trudge. Men marched asleep, many had lost their boots, but limped on bloodshod. All went lame, all blind, drunk with fatigue, deaf even to the hoots, gas shells dropping softly behind. Gas, gas, quick boys! An ecstasy of fumbling, fitting the clumsy helmets just in time. But someone still was yelling out and stumbling and floundering like a man in fire or lime. Dim through the misty panes and thick green light, as under a green sea, I saw him drowning. In all my dreams before my helpless sight, he plunges at me, guttering, choking, drowning. If in some smothering dreams you too could pace behind the wagon that we flung him in, and watch the white eyes writhing in his face, his hanging face like a devil sick of sin. If you could hear at every jolt the blood come gargling from the froth-corrupted lungs, obscene as cancer, bitter as the cud of vile, incurable sores on innocent tongues, my friend, you would not tell with such high zest to children ardent for some desperate glory the old lie, dulce et decorum est, pro patria more. In 1915, despite being too old to enlist in the armed forces, Robert Lawrence Binion volunteered at a British hospital for French soldiers in France, working briefly as a hospital orderly. He returned in the summer of 1916 and took care of soldiers taken in from the Verdun battlefield. At the going down of the sun and in the morning, we will remember them. It's taken from a stanza from his poem, For the Fallen. It's become synonymous with Remembrance Day. Sunday services. This is number 3 by Robert Lawrence Binion for the fallen. With proud thanksgiving, a mother for her children, England mourns for her dead across the sea. Flesh of her flesh they were, spirit of her spirit, fallen in the cause of the free. Solemn the drums thrill, death august and royal sinks sorrow up into immortal spheres. There is music in the midst of desolation, and a glory that shines upon our tears. They went with songs to the battle, they were young, straight of limb, true of eye, steady and aglow. They were staunch to the end against odds uncounted. They fell with their faces to the foe. They shall grow not old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun and in the morning, we will remember them. They mingle not with their laughing comrades again. They sit no more at familiar tables of home. They have no lot in our labour of the daytime. They sleep beyond England's foam. But where our desires are, and our hopes profound, fell as a wellspring that is hidden from sight. To the innermost heart of their own land they are known, as the stars are known to the night. As the stars that shall be bright when we are dust, moving in marches upon the heavenly plain. As the stars that are starry in the time of our darkness, to the end they remain. So please put your choice of 1, 2 or 3 in the messages, and we'll compile an anthology of poetry. Chin up, everyone.